All right, let's talk about the true and false. I want to call them functions, but they're not technically functions in the sense that we may understand a function in order to be able to do something, but they're also not just words. It's more than just typing in text. Excel will actually look at a statement. If you make a factual statement like that one equals that one, it will return a value of true and false. And that's actually what's used in conditional formatting. But it's not just a case of returning a value. You can actually use those terms within your formulas. So let me just show you what I mean. If we said, for example, equals that one is greater than or equal to 5. So now what will happen is we've made a statement. Instead of asking Excel a question or putting in a formula to work something out, we've basically made a statement. That one equals E8 is greater than or equal to 5. So if we copy that down, what we can do, what will happen is it'll say false, false, because that's less than 5, and it'll go true, 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 false, false, true, and true. So it'll give you those true and false answers. Now that's not text, that's a recognized function. It works similar to a value. It's recognized by Excel. It's not just a text. It's not going to know what you're talking about. And that can actually be used for conditional formatting, that kind of thing. So when you put in a conditional formatting statement, if the statement you put in the conditional formatting is deemed to be true, then it'll initiate that conditional formatting. If not, it won't. So, but we can also use, instead of just doing a simple statement, what we can do is we can actually use those true and false functions within the formula. So let me do that as well, just so you can see how to do that. So what we can do is we can go equals if that one is greater than or equal to 5, then we wanted to produce the result of true. Now remember, we don't put them in the speech brackets because we don't want to put it in as text. We want to put it in something Excel will recognize as true. So we leave the brackets off. Any other word, it won't work because it can't find that function within Excel, but with true and false, it will. So you put equals true, otherwise equals false, and then it'll produce the same result. It's just a different way of doing things. We've still got the same results whether it's false or true in that particular aspect. Because then what we can do is we could actually, we can then use those true and falses to determine whether it's red or green in order to actually color it in a specific way, for example. So what we've done here is we've used the true and false within the formula to say whether it's true or false. But now we can actually use that true or false to actually show something different. So we can use it in a formula. Now I could just go in and basically create a conditional formatting to say if this equals false, then make it red, and if it says true, then make it green. So we can skip the step out, but I want to just show you how to then use that in another formula if you want to do something else with it. So now what I can do is I can go equals if that one equals false, and I can use that in the formula. So then I can say if it equals false, make it red, and let's lock that in place. Otherwise, if that one equals true, make it green. Now I need to put in a last value. What if it's not, if it's false, it's going to turn red. If it's true, it's going to be green. What happens if it's neither of those? Now you may have put something in this formula saying if error, make it blank, or if there's nothing in the cell, make it blank. So you may have some blanks in here. So you want to account for them as well. So if it's not true and it's not false, then make it blank, close those two brackets off. And now what happens is you've effectively used that to create a true and false in order to use that true and false in whatever formula you're going through. So now what we want to do is we want to make that change color. So we just do the conditional formatting, a new rule. If you're not sure what I'm doing here, you can go and have a look at the conditional formatting using formulas. But we essentially just put equals that one. Let's just lock that in place, equals red. So now we've made a statement again, that one equals red, which means this is going to, if that equals red, then this is going to result in a true answer. So what must we do if it's true? Then we make it bold, and let's put a border around it, and let's make it red. So we say, okay. So now all of a sudden those ones are turning red because I said if that one equals red, then it's true, then do it. But these ones here are resulting in a false answer because they're not red, it's equals green. So we just need to do another conditional formatting for those ones. New rule, use a formula equals that one. Now, because I've selected all of them and I'm selecting that one in the formula, because I've taken out that $sign, it will look down the list as you go down that list over here. So equals that one equals green. Now what do we do? If that formula results in a true answer, it's green. Now, yes, I know I could have just used those values to use in the formula to go straight to red or green. And I realized I could have used these ones to go straight to red or green. I've gone the long way around, but I wanted to show you how to use how to get an answer of true or false, and then how to actually use that answer in another formula if need be, and then how to do the color changes as well. So I hope that makes a little bit more sense as to when true and false are used. Just remember, it's not actually a word. Sometimes you can say, if this happens, return the word error or something, return, and you can just type in whatever word you want. This isn't the case. This is actually true and false are recognized by Excel. So you don't have to put those little speech things on. In fact, if you do put the speech things on, then what it will do is it'll look at it as a word that says TRUE rather than an actual true statement, and it won't work the way I've done it. So with true and false, if you want to keep it as true or false, you don't want to type it as a word, you want to actually keep it as a function that Excel recognizes, then don't put those little speech brackets on. And you can use it in a formula as I've done here without the speech brackets as well, and then you can bring it back into text or whatever it is you need to do with it. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful to you, and I wish you all the best with that. Thank you. Bye-bye.